Hello, everybody. Shocking into 1000 reporting for duty. Welcoming you back to more Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. In the last episode, we did have a cutscene involving a vision from Shulk showing Melia's father, indicating that something bad will happen to him that he is obviously aware of ahead of time, but Melia is not. It's up to us to try our best to stop that vision from happening. But of course, I did actually accept a load of quests off camera. Some of them I have actually completed, but others of which I can't do because they always involve stuff like defeat a certain enemy, collect a certain collectible, and other kinds of stuff. We can't actually do that because the items that we need are found outside of Alchemoth and we can't actually warp. And obviously, I'm hoping that I can actually lift up my mood at the minute because I actually did an episode take earlier, but I decided to scrap it because I literally spent 18 minutes just running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth doing these 3 quests alone. It was not good play at all because you really don't want a video that is 20 episodes of me just running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth completing a quest involving 3 characters. But anyway, long story short, that quest that we actually did do, How Do I Feel, was actually tied to giving us strength down 3 and physical down 3, and it also had a split path. And that split path determined what reward we was going to get for the next quest. I chose to speak to Roselle first and then Rikoth afterwards, which gave me this quest, Together Forever. But if you did the other way, you would have gotten an entirely different quest, but you would have gotten the exact same rewards. And the only difference is the Ox Core reward, where this one gives you Physical Protect 4, but the other one gives you Ether Protect 4. I decided to go for Physical Protect 4 because I'm fairly confident that we're not going to be dealing with Ether Arts for the long run of the story up ahead. That's just me guessing because that's what I believe. But anyway, to explain a long story short, I will explain it after the cutscene if there is one. Because that's why I decided not to do those side quests.
Prison Island is just ahead.
Do we need to use the transporter?
do. But first we must unlock the seals.
Seals?
We need to unlock 2 seals to reach Prison Island. Then a door will appear before us.
Oh, I didn't mean to skip that.
Move, everyone.
I didn't realise there was more text dialogue than that. Sorry about that. But anyway, story quest, Path to Prison Island. And also Sister Seals. Which are all tied together. Now, after seeing that cutscene, we can use the landmarks again. So if there are any side quests that you actually want to do, I think it is best for you to do them now. And we are mainly going to be focusing on doing that this episode. Because obviously, I knew from when we was in Alchemoth and we said landmarks... well, basically, on the map, at the very top right of the corner, it said landmarks something else highlighted in red, indicating that we wasn't able to do something. And that involved warping. We were not allowed to warp. But now we are. We can literally warp anywhere we want. And I'm going to take that chance by getting rid of the majority of the side quests that we accepted off camera. I'm not going to be showing me doing all of them on camera, because with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, you actually get explanation marks telling you exactly where everything is as long as you're able to trace it. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. Anyway, as I was about to say before we activated that cutscene, I actually was mentioning about the reason why I was having an off day. Mainly because of the fact that I obviously had to wake up early in the morning at 5:30 to get ready for work, which is definitely not good for someone who's actually used to waking up at a certain time. So like with me, if it comes to waking up early in the morning for work, I usually wake up around 6:30. But I decided to wake up at 5:30 to allow me a chance to get prepared for what I had to prepare myself for. Because with my 2 lines of work, one of which being as a cleaner, the other one being a sports leader, the cleaning job, I was told that somebody was scheduled to run a session at a certain time, and they needed me inside the building to let them in under my manager's permission, of course, because he does allow me to do that. But the fact is, she said that she was going to be in at 7 in the morning. So you'd be thinking, okay, why do I need to wake up at 5:30 in the morning? Well, because of the fact I'm home alone, I need to make sure that that I'm well fed, as well as the cats as well, because it is up to me to make sure that the cats are well looked after. So, yeah. But that's not the only thing, though. Not only did I have to wake up early to do a cleaning work, I also had to do a sports leader's work as well. I was basically doing a lot of running around all day today. From 5:30 in the morning till 3. I'm finally having that chance to have a rest, but I'm still feeling the bitterness inside me because of what I had to go through. And I'm not the only person that's actually gone through a bitter end today as well. My friend, a friend of mine named Rebecca, occasionally she uses social media to talk to people from across the globe that she can be friends with. And she noticed that, because obviously she talks to people on Discord. She was a part of a Discord server yesterday. Everything was perfectly fine. She went to bed with nothing wrong. But very next day, she wakes up, goes straight to Discord to get ready to talk to her friends, and then finds out the Discord server that she was in, she was no longer in because the owner of that server blocked her and kicked her out of the server because somebody hacked into her account and said rude things, being disrespectful to so many people. And they should have known that it was not her that was actually saying those things. They should have known, but they didn't give her a chance to say anything at all. They were just like, okay, you're saying rude things, you're instantly blocked, goodbye, kind of thing. And she's not even being given a chance to even say anything, to explain what happened. But it's honestly something that I very question. Why the hell do people think it's acceptable to hack into other people's accounts trying to steal their identity? That's what I do not understand, and I wish they never did. Because it is absolutely stupid. Because the people that actually created Facebook and Instagram and all other kinds of stuff, they should have a policy to prevent people's accounts from ever getting hacked. Yet they find out that their accounts are getting hacked and they're not doing anything about it. They're just letting the people do it. And that's what I hate. It should never be a thing. And it honestly annoys me. Luna Grady, can you come this way, please? Luna Grady, can you come this way, please? I am not waiting in shallow water all day for you to show up. Come on. I can't use the lure mechanic if I'm swimming. Come on. Please. Luna Grady! Get your sorry backside over here. My God, there's like quest icons all over the place. Literally. I feel like it's just refusing to come down this way. One of my Nintendo friends playing Portal 2. I actually did play Portal 1 the other day. And finally. Right. Because the Portal 1 was actually kind of interesting to play. I thought it was actually going to be a really long game, but apparently it wasn't. It was just... I started the game like close to the evening yesterday. No, not yesterday. The day before. And I managed to get all the way to chamber 18 of 19. And then I got stuck on a puzzle, so I just stopped for the rest of the day. And decided I'll play the rest of it tomorrow. And sure enough, I beat it in like about 3, maybe 4 hours, because I was having a bit of a debate about whether or not I want to actually play the game or not. Despite the fact that it is obviously, oh, I need to focus on game clearing kind of thing. Right, so apparently I still need to kill those fish. Well, I need to kill one more of those things. There we go. Managed to get both of them to come down this way. I'm guessing I need to kill the Lunar Gradies to get an item. Right, inflicting break and sleep, literally the exact same time. Oh, actually, in fact, when I was actually accepting quests as Rhine most of the time, I did notice that he did actually learn a new art. Lariat. Deal damage to multiple enemies in front of Rhine. That definitely does sound something I would definitely teach. So let's raise that up. And let's see what we can actually replace. So let's see. We've got Hammer Beat. Draws aggro from enemies in range. Assault the enemy with a Mighty Punch or Bone Upper. A Paralyzing Kick used after Bone Upper. And stab an enemy, dealing a large amount of damage. Right. If I'm going to get rid of Bone Upper, I would also have to get rid of Dive Sobo. I think... Right, so Sword Drive does 3,060 to 3,799 damage. And it is actually currently level 6. Lariat, I can't really raise any further and somewhat. So I think I'll pass on teaching it him for now. But it is useful for the upcoming road later on. Sharla has learned Headshot. A critical damage inflicting instant death on enemies suffering daze. That is actually really good to have, but the only trouble is getting the ability to inflict daze on an opponent is not that common, so I'm not going to teach it her. Dunban has released Thunder. A pulse attacks enemies behind if used with an aura, forces daze. Okay. And Ricky with Burninate. Ricky spits out fire, scorching all enemies in range. That definitely does sound something good. I'll swap Bedtime, because even though that can be a good art to put the opponent to sleep, it also puts him to sleep. Which I don't like. I don't like that description at all. Ricky spins his weapon, sending all enemies in range straight to sleep. It doesn't say that it puts him to sleep as well. But every single time he's used that move, he has been put to sleep. Right then. I say we're going to kill this last Cruise Pagel. And then we're going to call things an end to this episode, alright? So, once this enemy is down, next time in Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, we complete the story quest to make our way to Prison Island. Because I'm going to be doing the rest of the side quests off camera. See you guys then.